All right, so it is the battle of the updated cards of 2020. You have the American Express Platinum card, you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. I want to really try to give you guys the benefits that they have, sign-up bonuses, annual fees, all that good stuff, and really find out which one is best for you. I'm not here to make you Team Chase, make you Team Amex. I want you to really take an educated decision and figure out what's best for you with these new updates. Let's get right into the video. All right, so Amex Platinum, Chase Sapphire Reserve, these are two big cards. Now, before we get into this, let me just put this up here because I watched my stats. It looks like about 78% of my people who watch videos, or 79% are not subscribed, versus 11% or 12% who are subscribed, and another 8% who's unknown. If you are a part of that 79% of the people who watch my videos, or this is your first time watching it, definitely would be appreciated if you can go ahead and subscribe. That helps out the channel a lot. Make sure you also give me a thumbs up and share the videos. 79% is huge if only 11% of my people who are subscribing and watching. For my subscribers, I appreciate your support. But if you are the 79% and you know who you are because you're watching this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and you subscribe if you find this video helpful. All right, so let's get into the actual sign-up bonuses of both of these cards first and foremost. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve card has a sign-up bonus. If you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, you're going to get 50,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points. Now, typically, if you are redeeming it through the Ultimate Rewards portal, they're valued at 1.5 cents per point, so per dollar. So you're looking at about $750, which is not bad at all, which is not that bad. Now, you also have the American Express Platinum card on the other hand. If you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months, you're going to get a sign-up bonus of 60,000. Sorry, not Chase. You're gonna get 60,000 membership reward points, which are valued typically at 2 cents per point. So that's gonna be about $1,200. So that's a lot bigger value, but it's up to you. Do you want to spend an extra $1,000, or can you spend an extra $1,000 in 3 months to get that extra money, or does Chase work out for you with $750? Honestly, guys, both of them are really good values. You can't really beat both of them. Annual fees have both just been pushed to $550. American Express Platinum have $550 first. Chase made some tweaks and thought it was worth $550. And we'll get into that. I also have other videos talking about that as well. So they're both at $550, so they're both cut evenly. And let's get into the Chase Sapphire Reserve points when you're swiping this card, what you're gonna get. So you're gonna get 3 points per dollar on travel worldwide, which is really awesome. You're also gonna get 3 points per dollar on dining restaurants worldwide. You're gonna get a $300 travel credit, and you're also gonna be getting this year a Lyft Pink subscription that's good for 1 year. What that does is it gives you 15% off of all rides. You get like free bike rides and scooters every month, including City Bike. Lyft Pink is valued at, I believe, about $200 a year for people who actually buy it. And then you also get a DoorDash credit. This is good for 2 years. So it's going to be a $120 DoorDash credit. You're going to get 60 in 2020 and then 60 in 2021. You can use the 60 however you want to use it. It's not going to be given to you every month. You kind of just blow it off right there. Or you can do it 10, 10, 10. However you want to do it. It's going to be 60 in 2020 and 60 in 2021. No word on what's going to be next after that. Just right now, 60 and 60, which is $120. The Amex Platinum cards points when you're swiping this card or using it, you're gonna get 5 points per dollar on flights directly with the airline. So if you go to delta.com and you buy a plane ticket, you're gonna get 5 points per dollar when you're using your Amex Platinum card. I would not advise you to use any other card if you're doing the airlines with American Express. That's the most. And also through amextravel.com. I typically go through the airlines because sometimes amextravel.com doesn't show all of the flights. They only show the flights that they want to show, or flights that they're partnered with. To really get the best value, just go and do your research maybe on Google Flights and stuff like that. Once you find a deal on Google Flights, it'll take you right to the airlines portion. You're still gonna get your 5 points per dollar. And you're typically gonna find better flights that way through Google Flights. I love Google Flights. And you're gonna get 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. So I would really advise you to have maybe a card like the Amex Gold card or Amex Green card if you are an Amex head and you wanna stay in that ecosystem to really get more value with your points. rather than just swiping your card. You're looking really bad if somebody like me, I see you swiping the Amex Platinum card at a restaurant, I'm looking at you kind of sideways because you only get 1 point per dollar, or you could have put out your Amex Green or Gold card, all right? You're also gonna get a $100 Saks credit that you can use. It's given to you in $50 increments, and this is the difference between Chase and Amex. As you can see already, Amex gives it to you how they want to. They'll give it to you in 50 or 15, however they feel like they do it. Chase doesn't care. So with the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, from January to July, you get $50 to use on SaksFifthAvenue.com or in the store. It is not good for the outlets or anything like that. And then July through December, you get another $50. You can use it the same way. You're also going to get a $200 Uber credit that is breaking down every month into 15 bucks. And then in December, you get $35. You can use it for Uber rides and also Uber Eats. And you also get a $200 airline credit that you can use for your specific airline. Gift cards do not work any longer, so they're typically used for incidental fees, maybe baggage fees if you don't already have credit card with your favorite airline, like Delta. The Delta Gold card from American Express gives you a free check bag. So if you don't have a card like that, then this will really help. Also, food on board, beverages on board, seat upgrade assignment fees, whatever you got to do, $200. You have to make sure you select your airline. And after you select that airline, it is only good. You can only select that airline. You can only change it once. So if you select Delta, you are locked in with Delta until the next year. All right, so those are pretty much the credits you're going to get on a basis, and also when you're swiping your card. As you can see right there, I think honestly, it depends on what you're doing, but if you're a traveler, it's really going to help, American Express with the 5 points per dollar. If you are a traveler who likes to go out and eat, and it's really hard. Me personally, if I could have the best of both worlds, I would, maybe 5 points on flights and then 3 points on restaurants, but this is how companies do it. It's really up to you. I think as far as the credits that you're getting, not to mention the $300 travel credit that I did not mention this with Chase. The Chase Sapphire Reserve card gives you a $300 travel credit that you can use however you want to. Again, it's very different from American Express. You can use it for Lyft rides, cabs. You can use it for toll. You can use it for airlines. You can use it for a cruise. However you decide to use it is given to you right up front, however you want. American Express gives it to you how they want to. So, it's really hard to really say. If you're somebody like me who likes, I like flexibility, so I'm definitely with Chase as far as flexibility is concerned. I love that. So in my opinion, they definitely win in this instance. I'm just going to be 100% honest. The $300 travel credit, however you want to do it, is awesome. It brings that $550 a lot lower. Okay, so 300. So you got 550, you got 300. So now you're at 250, right? 250. So it brings it down a lot. Amex doesn't win in this instance. If they would just let us use the credits how we want to, like that, if they let us use that airline credit how we wanted to, no doubt Amex would be better in that instance and in that category. But the flight category, Amex wins with 5 points per dollar as opposed to 3. Okay, now let's get into the actual benefits that both of the cards give to you. So, travel benefits, right? Priority Pass Select, you get on both cards, the Chase Sapphire Reserve card and the Amex Platinum card. But the difference is that's all Chase gives you. You don't get anything else. Let's go over the benefits that American Express gives to you. Centurion Lounge access, Priority Pass access, Escape Lounge access, Delta Sky Club access, though you have to be flying Delta to get into the Sky Clubs, but it's pretty cool if all the other, if the Centurion Lounge is busy, Priority Pass lounges are busy. You have the Delta Sky Lounges and you're flying Delta. Also the International Amex Lounges. So that's the difference right there. Now, shall I continue? We shall. Hilton Gold status with Amex Platinum. Marriott Gold status with Amex Platinum. And then with those statuses, you can actually take those statuses. And I made a video about this, and I'll put it in here. I took my Hilton Gold status, and I took that from Hilton to Wyndham Diamond. From Wyndham Diamond, I went to Caesars Diamond. This is all just status matching. And then from Caesars Diamond, I got a complimentary stay at the Atlantis, Bahamas for about $200, and that's it. Now those rooms in those rooms in Atlantis, and I forget what the tower was called. I think it was called the Royal Tower. The Royal Tower go for about $200 or $300 a night. I got the entire 4 days for $200, and that was it. That was just taxes and stuff like that. So you can't beat that. If you're gonna go to Atlantis, you're gonna spend a lot more than just $200, which I did. But if I had to pay for the room, I would have spent a lot more. So just with those Hilton Gold statuses and Marriott Gold statuses that you get with Amex Platinum, you can really take those and go outside of the Amex. Things that they don't necessarily talk about, but still work 100% of the time. Again, I made a video. I put it right up here in the little cards or whatever. So after you're done watching this video, go look at it and make your strategy for 2020. It is definitely helpful. $200 to the Atlantis, you can't beat. You can't beat that at all. All right. Let's get into the actual other perks for like travel protection, things like that, okay? So, and both cards give you global entry too, all right? So both cards give you global entry, which is good. So with global entry, you get TSA pre-check, so you don't have to take your shoes off or anything like that when you're going through the US airlines. And then global entry, you don't have to go back through that long customs line. You give them your passport and your global entry card. They may ask you some questions if they want to, but typically it's really nice and easy. You are a known traveler and you go through. Now just a heads up, right now, one of my authorized users was trying to get global entry and they have been on the waiting list for about 4 to 5 months now. They are extremely backed up and it has nothing to do with Chase or Amex. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. They're extremely backed up after the government had like a shutdown of some sort. So they're really backed up. I think it was about 250,000 or 300,000 applicants they are backed up by. So it's taking some time, but it's definitely worth it. I actually have it myself. And it saves me so much time in the airports, okay? Now let's get into the actual travel portion of the cards as far as the protections. So here's the Chase Sapphire Reserve and what they offer. They offer auto rental collision damage, trip cancellation and trip interruption. And we're gonna talk more about the trip cancellation and trip interruption, the comparison of it, travel and emergency services, extended warranty and purchase protection. And here's what the Amex Platinum card offers for you. Global entry, obviously, the secondary rental protection. But if you guys do not know, you can take that secondary and for about $19 to $25 per rental card, you can take that secondary and make it primary with the Amex Platinum card. So you don't have to use your actual car insurance's protection. So you can actually take that secondary that they give to you and make it primary for about $25, which is really not bad if you are more on the Amex side, which I actually am enrolled. And every time you get a rental car and you pay with it through your Amex card, you're automatically charged $25. And it's not bad. You take that secondary and make it primary and really protect yourself without getting your actual car insurance involved. You also get trip interruption and trip delay, emergency evacuation services, and lost and stolen damage with suitcases. Now here's the difference between the trip interruption and trip delay with the American Express Platinum card. And this is really going to be big for you to make a decision as well. The trip interruption with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card is however you want it. Again, they are really flexible, Chase. They're really flexible, and that's why I always tip my hat off to them. You can do a round trip itinerary. You can do a 2 one-way itinerary, just a one-way itinerary. As long as you've paid it on your Chase Sapphire Reserve card, you are protected. The American Express Platinum card, they only want round trip. They will not work with one-ways. Okay, so if you have 2 one-way flights that equal a round trip, no, it has to be a round trip, all right? It has to be a round trip flight. It cannot be a one-way. And again, that's the flexibility that Chase has versus, I would say, American Express has more control over how you do things. I typically take round trip flights, so it doesn't bother me. But for those instances where I may need to take a one-way to get somewhere, it would be nice if American Express kind of was a little bit more loose with their guidelines. But that's that. So, I mean, you got all these perks, all these benefits. If you're asking me at the end of the day, because the type of traveler I am, I like to have those luxuries. I didn't go over all the benefits. Like, for example, I didn't really touch on the concierge service or the customer service that you get. I typically have a better customer service experience with American Express. And American Express's concierge is top notch, man. I mean, they've really gotten me places that, you know, were sold out, that I couldn't get to, like some concerts that were sold out. And they were sold out, I've tried, and they were able to get them for me because they had a partnership with certain companies. So we didn't talk about everything, but I wanted to kind of give you the more common ones that most people talk about. It's really up to you. And if you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna pick, and this is tough, I'm gonna pick American Express Platinum, especially with these new changes that Chase did. I didn't like them. Lyft Pink and DoorDash, that's it. You didn't give me an increase on maybe 3 points per dollar. Maybe giving me 4 now on travel, maybe even 5. That's all you're gonna give to me is Lyft Pink and it's only good for 1 year. And then after that, we don't know what else is going to happen. And then DoorDash, $60 a year. I can spend that in about 2 orders, really. That's it for an extra $100. And a lot of people, including myself, I just don't think it's worth $550 anymore. So I'm Amex Platinum all the way with it. Again, there are some risks that I'm taking as far as, the trip cancellation has to be round trip and things of that nature. But a lot of things people say is, oh, well, when you're renting a car, Chase is primary, Amex Platinum is secondary. You have an option if you're Team Amex, like I said, to buy primary for only about $19 to $25, depending on how much coverage you want as far as money and monetary reasons. $19.95, I think it is, and $24.95. I have the $24.95 option, and it's really good. I don't have to get my actual car insurance involved. As long as I'm not at fault, I don't have to get them involved. Now, if I'm hitting somebody, that's something different, but I'm pretty careful. So as long as I'm not at fault, I don't really have to get my car insurance involved, which is really awesome. Only for $25, and you get so many more benefits as far as, again, I'm a luxury traveler, so I like having more options than just Priority Pass. I like having more options, than Priority Pass. I mean, you got Centurion Lounge, Delta, Marriott status, Hilton status. There's just so many different things that open up and make your travel so much better. But enough of me talking about the benefits. I'm Team Amex. What are you? You like Chase? You like Amex? Are you both? And how do you feel about the Chase, benefits and things like that? And another good question, do you think Amex is going to now up their ante and raise their annual fee? I hope not. I'm not trying to speak anything into existence that's that we don't want. I'd rather keep them both at $550 because they're both at $550, but I think Amex's $550 is, in my opinion, worth it. Another thing to consider is $524. Do you guys have any more $524 slots? Because if you do have $524 slots, you might still want to get some Chase cards before you decide to come over to Amex. I know I'm over $524, so I can't get any more Chase cards right now. So that's something else to think of. If you guys do want to apply for any Amex cards, platinum, gold, green, wherever you want, or any of the cashback cards, any cards, it would truly help us out on this channel if you applied with the referral link in the description of this video. It gives you an increased sign-up bonus, and it shows us support because it gives us a little bonus as well. So if you found this video helpful, again, 78% of you guys aren't subscribed. Make sure you do so. Give me a like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Take care.